With the successful launch of Persona 3 Reload, I think it's clear to Atlus that fans are interested in remakes of their older titles. But there still is heavy anticipation for the next new mainline Persona game, which is probably Persona 6. So with that in mind, I wanted to talk about where Persona is gonna go next.
Oh, this is all hypothetical, mind you, but imagine there's somebody for whom you have high expectations.
There are a lot of routes to go here, and some make a lot more sense than others. The obvious one is Persona 6. We are fast approaching 10 years since the last brand new mainline Persona game. I know for a lot of new fans, it might not feel like that long, given that the 3 modern Persona games really only launched on all platforms about 2 years ago. It might not seem like it's been a while in that case. But for longtime fans, or even people who got into the series at the time of Persona 5, it's been almost 7 to 8 years. And we don't have much to go on with Persona 6, but I think it's very likely that this game is in deep development. There's almost no reason to assume it hasn't been in development for at least the last several years. P Studios is not just one team. As far as we can tell, there are several different groups working on multiple different games within the Persona series at any given time. Persona 5 and now Royal being their best-selling game in the past decade only strengthens the likelihood that they're definitely working hard on Persona 6. And now that we've passed the release of P3 Reload, arguably the most wanted remake in the franchise, it feels only natural that the next mainline game in the series would be P6. And while there are other things that are likely going to be in between, I think this is the next logical step for the franchise.
That was the best I could do, so quit your yapping!
I've mentioned this plenty of times before, but it's really no surprise that between Reload and the next mainline title, there's probably still going to be 1 or 2 spin-offs. Persona 5 The Phantom X is still coming out, quite soon it seems. In fact, by the time I publish this video, it might already have a release date given how quickly announcements seem to be churning out for that game. Regardless, that's very likely going to be the next spin-off for Persona. I don't doubt that Atlus might be considering returning to milk P3 for all it's worth. While I'd argue that arena and dancing are off the table, there are definitely possibilities of them trying to create more spin-offs of P3, given its cast and the reception of Reload. But I also think given how Atlus seems to operate and how it seems like they're changing how they operate in the recent years, it's more likely that P3 spin-offs have not gone into deep development yet, if they even exist. They seemingly like to finish one thing before starting another, which is very much a good thing. Other than that, there's the possibility of Persona 3 Reload story DLC.
Did someone say my name?
This again?
On the topic of Reload, there's also the potential of pursuing more remakes. However, I don't think they'd follow up P3R with a remake. People are ravenously craving Persona 6, and I think too many remakes before it will just wind people down on their excitement. And as much as I want remakes of the other 4 Persona games, I don't truly have a reason to desire these remakes before P6. I doubt there's another remake completely in development right now, as any form of remaking Persona 1 and 2 would require a lot of substantial work, and 4 would probably also require a decent amount of work too, but there is some ability to reuse assets from Reload. Regardless of reusing assets though, even if these games are potentially in development, they're probably in very early stages of production, or maybe even pre-production or planning.
Let me ask you the same. After really considering every option, do you have any doubts about your views?
I personally believe that the future of the Persona series is bright. I hope that if there is any story DLC for Reload, that it does well enough so that Atlus finally realizes there's no need to release Royal versions of their game. I hope that unique and fun spin-offs continue to flourish, even if some people are tired of them. I can appreciate them for the most. I hope we do get a glimpse of the next mainline Persona title, though I'd much rather a trailer with full gameplay and a release window than a teaser with nothing but a title card and some concept art. And I hope that whatever comes next for the franchise burns long and bright. And what do you think is coming for the Persona franchise? And what do you want to see? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, you can leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for more things Persona, Atlus, and JRPG related. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Okay? His name, it's
hamburger.